Moving to France can be challenging and frightening at the same time. So, in this video, I'm going to share some insights for you. Let's begin. नमस्कार, bonjour and स्वागत है आपका इस नए वीडियो में. मेरा नाम है माधवी. I'm from Gujarat, India, and I'm here since 2017. I have done my master's in international business, so I have seen the student life, work life little bit, and I would like to share some insights for those who come on work visa. This video is going to help to the students, tourists, and the all other people who are coming to France. Alright, so let's get started. So I have divided this video in 5 sections, and under all these 5 sections you have some points which are very important to note. So feel free to skip, come back, follow up with the points which you think is more important for you. The first section is paperwork and legal formalities. Second is housing and accommodation. Third is cost of living. Fourth is cultural integration. And the most important one is work-life balance. The first section, paperwork and legal formalities. The first point in this section is paperwork. Yes, it sounds very weird, but if you are not aware of, then France is very known for paperwork. So keep all the important documents with you: passport, visa, birth certificate, school certificates, work permit, funding proofs, marriage certificates, all these things. And some of the documents are required to be translated, which depends on what type of visa you are applying for. Please make sure you have the correct visa and residency permit depending on your purpose of travel. For example, if you are a student, you should have a long stay visa, VLSTS. Normally, this category is taken by those who plan to stay in France for more than 90 days. Okay, so this section is for you. And I believe it is the same for the people who come to France on work permit. In this case, work permit is the most important document. Second point under this section is to open a French bank account. Now, your question might be, Madhvi, which is the best bank for us? It all depends on your purpose of travel to France. For students, normally the colleges and business schools have tie-up with different banks. For example, my school had a tie-up with BNP Paribas Society Generale. So I have an account in Society Generale, and these 2 bank accounts are in general quite popular, with other visa holders too. There are some online banks like N26, Revolut, Boursorama, and you also have TransferWise. In general, it works everywhere. The documents required by the bank are typically your ID, your visa, your proof of income or your employment contract, housing. These are the main things which a bank needs. The third point under this section is health system in France. So if you are not aware of, France offers one of the best healthcare systems in the world. That's what some people say. Okay, and now you have a social security system in France where you need to apply with all the documentations, how to apply, etc, etc. I have made a video about it. You can check year or year, and once you have it, you get a carte vitale. It's a green card which you can put when you go for checkups, and that covers the basic fees, the 70% of the basic doctor appointment fees. But if you have some serious injury, for example, if I break my leg or something, then it is not going to cover everything. But if you are here on a work visa, then don't worry. Normally, all the companies have a mutual, which is an additional insurance for you. So remember, I said 70% here. So the remaining is taken care by the mutual. But not all the mutual will take the remaining part of the expenses. So before you do a doctor appointment or for anything, any treatment, please make sure to check with your company HR what insurance you have and how much is going to get reimbursed, because initially it is you who has to make a payment and then later on it gets reimbursed, but it sometimes takes time. Let's talk about the second section, which is housing and accommodation. This topic is in general useful for everyone. So students, visitors, workers, everyone can see this section if you want to. Let me tell you, it is super difficult sometimes to find a house. I searched for exactly 1 year to get a house where I am right now, and I have seen 20 different places, and somehow it never worked until this place. So why it happens? Because, get ready, again, paperwork. You have to submit your ID, visa, work contract, proof of income, guarantor. Most of the times the company does help in this, but sometimes it just tells you that please, go ahead and find it yourself. There are many websites which can help you in your search. Le Bon Coin, Seloger, Colocation if you want to share, or if you can share an apartment or a house with somebody else. PAP, Paris Attitude, Home in France, and so many more. The third segment is all about cost of living, entertainment, life, shopping, etc. So the first is rent. Do not compare your rent from Paris to any other part of France, because Paris is expensive, and yes, people have heard this, that it is actually a little expensive than Mumbai, India. I don't know, but feel free to drop a comment and say that yes, it is expensive than Mumbai, or Mumbai is expensive than Paris. Then you have grocery shopping. It is not as expensive as you might think. Some of the shops like Lidl, Auchan, Aldi, all these places, the prices are not very high, and the quality of the product is not so bad. The entertainment depends on you, your lifestyle. Then we have transport. So if you are in Paris, it is 86.40 euros for a monthly pass to travel in all the zone of Paris, from airport to Disneyland, something like this. But if you are here for a couple of weeks, then you can check at the reception, at the train stations, metro stations, and it is very easy to check the details because they have written it in English and French, so there should not be any problem. In France, in general, you have bus, tram, RERE, which is a train which goes to the suburbs. Then you have metro, and in Paris, I think the transport is super good. Miss a train, you have a bus. If you miss a bus, you can via go to your house by taking a tram or another metro, and it's not very difficult to reach wherever you want to. But please pay attention that do not follow Google Maps for metros, train, tram, etc., because it does not show correct information. There are some apps which are RATP, Ile-de-France, and you have City Mapper, which works perfectly. In this section, I have added more points, which is in cultural integration, because we are in a different country and we should respect and know about the culture of this country, right? The first one and the most important point is learn French. So if you want to learn French, you can check Duolingo, is not so bad. You can learn some basic communication. Then you have so many YouTube channels which teach you French. If you do not have much time, then you can actually join the evening courses in the mairie of your department. It's like the municipal office. They generally provide French language courses to international people at a super reasonable rate, where you also get to meet international people. So ladies from India, if you are not used to a stranger kissing you on the cheeks, shake your hand the first time. Once you are friends, you can always do bisou, bisou. So that is very common, which I found very nice. But they found very weird that in India, we don't kiss. I'm like, no, we do namaste. Another point in integrating to French, they take time to eat, slowly talk about work, talk about what they did on weekends, share some stories. And the last point under the cultural integration is to make friends and networking. Why I want to add this point here is recently I did attend a meetup of Maharashtrian people. I realized there were some expats who had no idea, and they were so happy to know about France. And one of them told me that, Madhvi, as a student, it's very easy to meet people, to make friends, to go to pub, to concerts, or go for any other event or party something. But as an employee, if I come on a work visa, I have no one to guide me further. So you have meetups, you have internations, you have language exchanges, you have so many groups on Facebook. You can join them. Please join them. If you have not, then please go. And if you still don't want to join and talk with strangers, you can DM me on Instagram and we can connect. Go for a coffee or a lunch or a dinner. And the final section, which I said, work-life balance, that is impressive in France. If you are already here or if you see on social media, you might notice that their weekend starts from Thursday evening, so work-life balance is highly valued in France. And the average hours, please don't be shocked, it's only 35 hours a week. Last job I did in India, I worked 60 hours a week. 60 hours a week. Not all the companies have 35 hours. There are some companies which work more than 35, and then you have some extra special leaves. Talking about leaves, you get 5 weeks of paid leave each year. Plus, you have public holiday. Plus, if you work more than 35 hours, you have RTT. I have traveled so many places thanks to this 25 days paid leave. You can adjust the leaves and see with your company if they are flexible. I think I'm getting used to it because it's like Friday evening and I'm already planning for a trip which is like a weekend trip to some other country. And if you're a traveler, this is the best place to be because you are just here and you can go to so many different places. You can go to Belgium, you can go to Amsterdam, you can go to Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, and so many other places which are not so far. It's like one night journey or just 5-6 hours of flight, and that's it. Voila, and you are there. So I literally love that one part so much. And the way people are relaxed during the weekends and they are always running on the weekdays, but that's the part of the culture. So feel free to drop your thoughts, suggestions, any next video you would like me to create specifically for working people here. Anything, drop it in the comment section and DM me on Instagram. You can follow me at Madhvija. And if you are a student or any of your student is coming, you can also follow the Indian Student Network. And with that note, I am signing off. See you in the next one. Ciao.